Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the cast, the R6 broadcast, presented by St. Clair Saints, as we are going to be watching them here on Cafe versus Miami University. Once again on the cast, Daniel, the Save One Man, and myself, Braden, Hyper, Kehoe. How you doing?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing good. We were talking about operator bands throughout the break there. You said that there was going to be some weird ones, and I thought about it, and you can't hatch up or put a hatch on the top roof. So what are we going to see banned?
It won't necessarily be a weird band. I mean, I did say it's going to be weird bands, but it's something you don't see. It's
True.
Cafe. It's one of those maps that you're always going to have those weird bands. But I see a Valkyrie being banned, and maybe a Mira or Mute.
Okay.
And those are the two that I can see. Probably an Echo. We see an Echo a lot, so it's.
True.
I can see maybe Valkyrie Echo.
Yeah.
But I want to see the Valkyrie.
Right, me too. Valkyrie has the exact same weapon as Warden, I believe.
MPX, yeah.
So I love Warden just because he wears a suit and a tie, and I wear a suit and a tie, and that's kind of the only reason why. And he sucks right now. He's getting a buff next patch, though, so I'm kind of happy. But regardless, people were telling me, hey, if you like this gun so much, just play Valkyrie. And I got a little bit sad because I want to play Warden. But yeah, definitely Valkyrie. Very, very useful, as there's just so many different camera spots on this map that you can place down. One of the main ones that I think of is on that third floor, there's like a little bit of like a balcony. You can place it, I guess, above the balcony itself, some areas like that.
I call it the clock. Are you talking about like right in the middle where it sees everything?
Yep.
Yeah, I call it the clock because it's like a circle.
We'll see it. We'll maybe see the Valkyrie come out of here, as I'm learning so much here on this cast from Hyper. So for all the experienced viewers watching, they're calling me a noob, but it's all good. Maybe even the VOD review team. But as we head into this
VOD review.
You are the VOD review team, exactly. But as we head into this operator ban phase, we'll see what exactly gets banned out here. As St. Clair, they do have a first ban. It's gonna be the Dokkaebi, and you were talking about weird. You're talking about weird bans. Dokkaebi is targeted because of the last round, right?
She's very, very annoying.
Yeah.
Very annoying.
Yeah.
And they ran it a lot, so you could see why.
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly.
And Thatcher basic ban, but I don't know why, but I had that gut feeling that there was going to be that Dokkaebi target ban, and it just eliminates that sound cue for all the operators. So now they're going to have free roam of not giving off sound cues unless they're moving. Yeah.
Thatcher taken out here. I know that Thatcher has been a massive one recently, so we're not going to be seeing Thatcher until he gets nerfed. Echo, Mira is what we predicted. Echo, as well as Valk, is also what we predicted over here. But we'll see if St. Clair want to do it. Their ban was super quick. They didn't want to They didn't want to waste any time at all.
Mira.
Yeah, it's basic.
Basic bans, except for the Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi is more of a target ban. But the Mira, again, really, really good ban, actually, on Cafe. So I could see why they banned that over the Valkyrie. So if they had the first ban, I might have been able to see them ban the Valkyrie. But they're actually going to play Valkyrie.
Yep. We see St. Clair over on defense first, and usually this is a defender-sided map, so the momentum potentially off their first win could be very, very nice for themselves, as we see a standard comp come out as the Mute actually got switched. Or the Valkyrie got switched to the Mute, and it's going to get 6-picked. Not lock-in, though, just a hover right now, as 10 seconds now hits the clock, and it's also going to be a Zofia for the Ashe. Gridlock is going to be coming out as well. I thought Gridlock was a defender for, like, the longest time, until I realized that she's an attacker. She's really good for the post-plant positions.
Yes. She's more or less used for flanks.
Yeah.
But when she first came out, a lot of people used her... I forget what they're called. I'm just going to call them hexagons.
Yeah.
No, they're called... Track stingers. They're actually... A lot of people use them to plant on the diffuser, so you have to actually shoot them to actually defuse because you take damage.
Yeah.
And so, but now she's more or less used for flanks, like Nomad. So it gives you a sound cue and does damage.
Valkyrie going to be placing down her little cameras, as we just see all across this map. Over on just different chandeliers. It does add a little bit of nice I guess camouflage.
Yeah, if you throw it on like the wire of the chandelier, it's a lot harder to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Miami can actually spot those cameras out as we actually head to round number 1 here. Does spot out one of the castle barricades over on one of these rooms here. Zofia is able to see that one as she just watches for a potential run out, as well as just a breach charge over into this room, being able to, I don't want to say waste it, but being able to use it here. One of her 3 into Christmas is usually what people call this over on Red Stairs as well. We see this one being opened up as the track scenario is going to be able to go out as well. A bunch of droning going to be going on into this building, so much information to tell over on St. Clair.
Yeah, and the one thing I do like to see is the IQ, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any cameras outside.
Yeah.
So she won't be able to get any until she actually enters the site. But it looks like St. Clair is very, very oriented around their castle.
Yeah.
They ran it a lot on Club. It looks like they're going to run it a lot on Cafe, because there is a castle strat downstairs. So we'll see if they run it downstairs. And not being able to impact off the Evil Eye does get it eventually, and Thermite picking up Imagine into Pixel. So Thermite pushing on right on into Piano, and now they have Piano control.
Just going to be getting into this room initially, as now they look over at all of these angles. Audacity just looking over at this angle over in Cigar, but not able to find anyone for the time being over by Bar as well. Impact able to just land a couple of shots, but gets traded in the process. Soup only taking about 25 damage for himself as Worm grabs another kill for himself. So definitely the defender heavy map not, I guess, holding into its name, as Rapid just wants to try and avenge this round. Grab 1 kill for himself. A nice headshot going to be going across. Agent as well over in this room. The shotgun is going to be coming out for Rapid, but he just ran way too far and for way too long, as the last kill is going to be going over Miami. They take that pretty swiftly.
Yeah, and it looked like there was a lot of unnecessary peaks, I guess you could say, from the side of St. Clair. Imagine going down really, really early, and then as well as Impact going down to the Buck with an unnecessary peak. I mean, his wall was being open, so he did have to push out. Yeah. But he could have did a little bit more passive than he did.
That's true. And maybe we'll see if St. Clair can change any of their strats up, as Williams looking at all of these different operators for different changes. Rapid still playing on the smoke over here on 3rd floor. It's very useful if you can use your smoke charges, your smoke bombs, in order to just stall out your opponent.
Yeah, and again, Smoke, very, very good on area denial. Usually you see him save his smoke canisters till like late round, so you can just smoke them off plant.
Yeah.
But if you're being pushed too hard, then you're going to use your smokes, obviously, to slow down the push. So depending on how well your smoke player is, and I know, we're back upstairs. I think we're going downstairs.
Yeah.
But Rapid plays very, very passive upstairs, but also a little bit aggressive downstairs. So just he's always used to different play styles, so we'll see how he uses his smokes this round.
He was inside of that little room beside closet. It looks like a closet at least. Bathroom. He was inside there. He tried to hold a passive angle, a little bit of a cheeky angle as well, and wasn't really able to do too much with it, as he ended up getting taken off very early on. But he couldn't really do anything, as the rest of his team just got picked off one by one. Being left in a 1v3 scenario is never fun when you're playing smoke. So we got to watch out for all of the different mistakes that St. Clair need to adjust. I believe, is the coach also with them in comms right now? So that he gets to just... does he also get to talk to them in between rounds? Okay, cool. So they have to just listen to JM Beast as best as possible here as we head on to the exact same bomb hold here for St. Clair, as the rest of Miami just wanting to get onto this roof as fast as possible.
Yeah, and again, they're going to bring basically the identical comp that they did the first round. Worked out, so why not bring it again? Buck just shooting out the glasses, because those little glass pieces actually hinder your vision when you're trying to look down into the skylight. So it's an easy pick for the defenders. But Valkyrie spotting out the first Val cam, giving callouts. I believe that's the one in white. Yes.
Yeah.
Hallway.
So they realize that there is a couple of members right here. Yeah, it spots players.
Yes, when they're on their cameras.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
And actually, when you're defusing the bomb with your camera,
yeah,
it spots you out, so IQ can be below with her scanner, and while you're defusing, just shoot you through the floor.
Huh. So the track stingers are going to be able to cut the rotation off over here on red stairs as we see the thermite blowing up this wall, this hard breach wall over here on the skylight. Not going to be able to spot anyone off for the time being, as the IQ definitely told her teammates where these players were. Imagine is again the first frag here of the round, being taken off very early on, and as well Agent also on very low HP, so he's got to watch out where he peaks. Lulu and Worm, though, they're playing an aggressive angle. Cigar Shop is also, or Cigar Lounge is another area that Thatcher, or Thermite, needs to blow up if he wants to get inside of this room. Exer able to grab one kill onto William. It's so hard to spot all of these angles and watch all of these angles if you're just out in the open.
Yeah, and as you can see, Impact, again, trying to push out, but getting caught off by Soup on the buck, and Agent not able to hit enough shots, and Smoke down to a 1v5, rotating down, seeing what he can do. But there is going to be track stingers on these stairs, so any sound cue will be given out. He's just going to tank him. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, he's just going to tank him.
There's a couple. So they do spot where he is, and just like you said, just like you predicted, Exert is going to be able to grab the last kill over here on red stairs onto Rapid. A flawless round coming through for Miami and St. Clair. They got to change something up.
Yeah, it's the aggression, it looks like. They're getting picked off really, really quickly. Once they lose the piano control, it's just one after another, because there's so many angles to peek across map.
It looks like they don't want to change anything up either in terms of the bomb sites, because they're going to be going back onto Bar Cocktail. But they do change up one operator right now. At least the Cade is going to be new, I believe. Mozzie, I don't know if we saw Mozzie either, but we've seen the other three.
Yeah, Mozzie was played last
Okay.
year. I saw him making rotates.
Yeah.
But the Cade, I believe Imagine called it out.
Yeah.
I believe Imagine what is said in comms, like, hey guys, we're giving them the wall for free. We're giving them red wall for free. They're able to take piano way too quickly.
Yeah.
I need some help to deny this wall. Just slow them down a little bit, and maybe I can help you guys out.
Yeah, so it's always good to make those calls when you're the top fragger of your team, or at least the team captain in some sorts of ways. As the prep phase is going to be going down here, a bunch of different defensive holds going down here onto Cigar, but Maestro Cam's not really proving useful just yet, as I don't think it's really spot out too many players.
And Caden just trying to throw his electric claw in the floor, because with a Twitch drone you can't actually get the
there it is. Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, so what I was saying, the electric claw can't actually get shot out in the floorboards with a Twitch, or at least it's a lot harder to do. So it's a better spot to be played.
Yeah, and we see it going down. Just like you said, it's going to be in the floor, but the exact same hold going to be going out for St. Clair. Third time's the charm is what most people say. Other players or other people say that the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and it not working every single time. But we see another... oh, there it is. There's the Mozzie drone. It's very useful, but the drone does go out of sight. So Soup not able to pick this one drone up, and just kidding, he is. Spots it under the table.
Out of sight, but not out of mind.
Yeah. Just if you can't attack something from one angle, just change your angle. That's
basically.
Exactly.
That's what this game is.
Right? But the exact same hold coming through from most of these players of Miami, not really changing anything up too much, as usually at this point we see one player actually just drop down into red stairs. But Jackal is... I don't want to say that Jackal's a brand new pick, but I think it's a new pick here on Cafe, as we haven't seen it just yet.
No, and it's a weird switch because they have been running that IQ a lot.
Yeah.
So switching off of the IQ, they've been running the Valkyrie a lot. So switching off of the IQ is a little bit risky, but if your push is not oriented on IQ, you can just do whatever you want. But wasting both smoke nades when he could have just killed the ADS.
Yeah, we see Audacity now looking through this little, I guess this little corridor here. There's a hole in the wall, and there's one member at least that's going to be Rapid here on the smoke inside of this bathroom. Is going to be shooting through the floor, not able to grab anybody as the ping actually ends up going off, and it's just a little bit of stalling that's going to be going across. Can he get any sort of help over here in the bathroom as he actually escapes at the last second? Now, Swoop has to find a new angle for himself. Imagine going to be grabbing 1 kill onto Audacity. It's definitely really good to see Imagine on the other side of that first frag as he's just been caught off twice over in these past couple rounds.
William with a nice peek into the bathroom. It sees the foot but does not get it and gives call out to Impact, I'm hoping?
Yep, a little bit more action going to be going across as William grabs one more here on the Mozzie, just looking towards one of these sites. They also know that there is a little bit of disruption going on that right side, so William was checking that for a second. Imagine also on this first floor looking for any sort of rotates. Is he able to find the diffuser himself as Imagine grabs a triple kill? A headshot going to be going through as Lulu is the last member, grabs one, going to be able to pick up the diffuser. Can he actually plant this one? As no, he cannot. Smoke, Rapid, able to cut him off.
So now I noticed one thing that St. Clair did do is they took Imagine off of that pixel angle, we call it, behind that shield, and a lot sooner. He wasn't playing too aggressive behind that shield, so it allowed him to kind of get that first pick instead of being that first pick.
A lot of different angles that you can hold here on third floor. It did look like the saying on the third floor in that round was third time's a charm as they were able to grab their first win finally. Also going to be switching over to kitchen and service and cooking over in the kitchen area over on first floor.
Yeah, and like I said, there's going to be that castle strat going down to kitchen.
Yeah.
Very, very castle-oriented, which is really, really good because it doesn't look like they're bringing the... and make me eat my words.
Yep, Zofia. You didn't finish your sentence, so you could have rebounded. But
bring the IQ? Nope, they still have an IQ.
Okay.
But bring the Habana. There we go.
Yeah.
So Castle's going to have his barricades just to slow down any push, but... bring the Zofia, you're going to be able to basically break every single barricade.
It feels like the first floor hold on Cafe is just super standard from all of the rest of the other maps, because third floor, you're going down into hatches, right? And that's kind of the name of the game, as well as a piano room. But on first floor, you've got so many different angles. You got white stairs, you've got the front door entrance itself, you've got bakery, so we got to watch out for all these angles.
5 seconds.
It's very, very confusing. Oh, he's lining it up. So you can get the hatch and you can get the barricades. So very, very 500 IQ play.
Yeah, you see it a lot in CSGO, and now we're seeing it here. So
yeah, there's actually a lot of times where you see that happen when a C4 goes over a wall through like a tight squeeze.
Yeah,
you see a lot of players line it up with certain angles and lines and stuff like that. So not only Siege, probably COD. There's a lot of all the FPSs.
All of the just start naming all of the modern ones. But we are going to be watching Siege here as we watch for new angles being taken. Of course, the standard roof entrances as well. Jackal just trying to find the feet or the tracks of the enemy player, as the Model 3 is that type of utility source where if you can actually find any sort of footprints from a player, then you can spot out where that player is on the map. So Jackal not finding anything here on the top floor.
I always like to make jokes about Jackal's gadget where the defenders didn't wipe their feet before walking in the building, so now you can see all the dirt and tracks it.
Yeah. Not going to be able to find any players, so I guess they did. I guess they switched shoes, or maybe they just were walking around in socks.
Yeah.
So looking inside a bakery, there is one player from St. Clair that's in here, and Worm kind of spots it out as he's also going to be able to make a small transition into the corner of the room. So instead of the right corner, he's in the back left. So
yeah, and again, that's a really, really hard angle to hold.
Yeah.
But Sophia's going to be upstairs, so he's not going to be able to open up the castle barricades as of right now.
Yeah.
So he is protected in that little corner if he does get contested. by this Thermite or Zofia or IQ, anybody that can test them. Rapid is there to help out William the castle.
One more. as we see the castle barricade slowly go down. Now in a 1v1 scenario, Lulu grabs the headshot onto William. William does bring Lulu down to very low HP, but does not grab either the down but not out or the kill itself. But now we see the rest of St. Clair just holding new angles as one of their members did go down, but Jaeger ends up going down. That's so unfortunate. Exert grabs one, but we also see Soup grab another kill as Rapid is one of these last members who's going to be using a smoke charge just to stall out the clock just a little bit more. It does stay up for 10 seconds, but he gets shot in the back. It's unfortunate as he tries to make the rotate into Kitchen.
Oh, the pre-fire.
There it is. Finally, the back shot.
So, St. Clair going down again early. So, it looks like whoever gets the first pick, the first kill, is the one who comes up with the round.
Yeah. Well, from what I heard in pro play, it's like 80% or like 70%.
If you grab,
if you grab the first kill. I feel like that changed over at SI because just so many kills went back and forth and it didn't even matter sometimes. Even in collegiate, when you're in a 3v5 scenario, sometimes it doesn't matter if the players are good enough. But from what you've been saying and what we see here, it just doesn't look like a great scenario for St. Clair, as they're kind of playing that exact same role where they go onto the top floor 3 times and now they've went onto first floor now for their second time. There's no real other bomb site that's better than first floor and third floor. There's the one in train, but that room kind of sucks.
A lot of teams actually opt to play reading dining instead of mining dining, which is that train dining. Just because of how close the sites are. And there's not like a direct window or door going outside into the site. So it's a little bit easier to hold. But definitely kitchen and
10 seconds remaining.
Bar.
Yeah.
Kitchen bar are the ones to hold.
Right. So we'll see it come out here as all of the top hatches are going to be just barricaded up. As Imagine is usually that type of player to love to roam, and he's going to be doing that exact same job. As a couple of different switches going to be coming through. The Capitao was played in the last round. The Sledge is going to be the new one played here from Miami.
And Sledge, I'm guessing, is just going to be for those castles. They noticed that St. Clair is very, very oriented on their castle barricades. So they're actually going to, and maybe not.
It's the caster curse.
Yeah.
So why use Sledge when you can just hit it 12 times?
Yeah. So. And I heard Sledge upstairs on the hatches. He looks up at Sledge. He goes,
"Help!
Where are you?
Exactly.
I need help."
Yeah. Finally, the last one going to be going out as he now makes the rotation. So 12 punches just for a little bit of noise. Just going to be rotating into the main entrance itself. Soup just wanting to clear out this top floor, as I don't think that there's any other members on the top floor itself, from Miami at least, but just going to be taking out a couple of cameras. There was a player actually on the camera itself, so they do spot out where Soup is. Just got to watch the different holds above you.
It looks like there is a little bit of a roam presence from Imagine. It looks like he's going to be inside of coat check.
Yeah.
I believe that is. And yes, so he's going to be actually in reception. Coat check is right behind him, the room right behind him.
Right.
So he's just going to be holding an angle on those brown stairs.
Mm-hmm. We'll see if it can prove to be useful, as Imagine is usually the one to either get the first frag or be the first one fragged, usually, but another player is going to be getting caught out. It is going to be Imagine. I thought, Imagine saying nice shot as well in all chat because he was kind of surprised. Exert just showing respect as well, as the Sledge is going to be the one to be roaming usually. As now we see the frag grenade go to the bottom down, or the top down. It's not gonna get any. Does he get the damage off? No, he doesn't.
It looks like impact is down though.
Yeah, he is being taken very low as Rapid grabs a headshot here. Now, technically, in a 3v3 scenario, now as Agent Turner grabs a nice nitro cell, gonna be going down. Also, there was a player on Bakery, and they didn't even see this one as they trade William ends up going down, not able to really do too much. Does get a little bit of damage off. We do see impact on low HP. Worm is also on half, and he was the one that ended up getting damaged from William. Now looking inside of Kitchen, just for a couple of these other positions, as Rapid is usually the one that's right behind here, and he is going to be, as he's going to be trying to use anything. He just runs by the door and grabs a shot for himself, a kill as well, as we see. What? He's just going to press crouch and grab a kill onto Worm. This was completely blind. That was so sick. That was so cool.
Check his moss files. He could be cheating.
He could be cheating. No, he can't.
No,
Rapid's sick. He's so sick. Every once in a while, at least when I play with you guys, I'm just in complete awe the whole time. You guys are doing runouts. You guys are doing everything, and Rapid just pulled a scenario where everyone would be freaking out.
They're all jumping up on their desks.
Yeah, that's it. But we are going to be holding over here on Bar Cocktail once again, as the first floor hold finally showed a little bit of victory for themselves. If they can go into their attacking round 3-3, I feel like St. Clair would be pretty satisfied with that.
Yeah, and watching St. Clair play on Cafe, they get the red wall open so quickly that it might be a little bit more comforting going in 3-3.
Right. And I also feel like they could be a little bit more comfortable on attack. I think that's of what you said.
Yeah.
But exactly. Yeah.
Essentially.
But yeah, you kind of know where all of the different strats are when you're on attack. When you're on defense, you're kind of reacting to what the enemy team is doing most of the time. When you're on attack, you can create your own strats. You can, I guess, go from whatever angles you really want to. But we do see the Lion come out here for Miami, so they just want a little bit of extra information in terms of the Lion call.
So now I'm guessing that's a pick instead of Oakby.
Yeah.
And I can see Impact clearing the debris this time, so he actually can get the K charge inside the floor.
Yeah. Not spend 10 plus seconds on just trying to put a K charge down. Instead, just spending about 5.
Yeah, every millisecond counts in this game.
Yeah, exactly. So now we see the round itself starting, as the rest of Miami wanting to try and attack this building in any way, shape, or form. But they've usually been going from top down most of the time. We do actually see Soup on the other side of the building now. But I think the main reason for this is because there's been a lot of players kind of sitting at this window, just using drones and stuff. Or, yeah. Not using drones, but using the cameras.
Yeah.
So I feel like Soup might want to try and do a little bit of a sneaky strat.
Yeah, Soup can go actually right underneath and buck out this floor.
Yeah.
In the default camp first, making sure, waiting for the calls, just misses the... and goes for the nade.
Yep.
Will he be able to get it?
Yep. Is he... Oh, he does. Oh, that was completely blind. Might have been blind. I don't know if there was any drones per se to go out, but... He used his skeleton key not in the wrong direction, because you can't really say wrong direction, as it was a good just kind of scouting out initially, but he could have done one to the left just to finally scout out that player. But if he did, then it wouldn't have been too great, because the player would have rotated and he wouldn't have got a grenade shot. But
it looked like he was about to nade himself too.
True.
I was holding my hands, waiting for that nade to go off. I'm like, oh no, don't let it go off. But he does get it off in time, and imagine he's going to be flanking down white with a player right at the mid-section of white, but does rotate out, so he's not going to be picked off.
3 players get scouted out just from that one Lion call. Even though Lion is on very low HP, they know exactly where these players are. Impact does have a nice angle of that, as Imagine actually ends up grabbing one, and Rapid grabbing a second one. 4v3 scenario now going to be going across, as they want to be going 3-3 into this next round. Drones are going to be going out. Rapid grabs another one just to the smoke bomb, as we see more shots going to be going across. Worm gets taken out. He was the star player of this squad, and Imagine grabs the last one. Agent Tour grabbing the kill onto Worm initially. Definitely a really nice team play come through from St. Clair.
Yeah, and once I think it was William that went down to that nade, they kind of played a little bit more passive, which you like to see. Again, eating my words, because St. Clair died first, but ended up pulling out the round.
Sure.
So, but they pulled it back together. They said, guys, play passive. Do not peek if you don't have to. Holding their angles, not swinging anything, just waiting to be shot at first, I guess you could say, and then contesting their angles.
I like how they're also going to be going on to third floor here. This is a very basic first hold, but I always love to see those unusual holds come through first, as we saw over on the last map where they held. What was it? It was
Jim.
Yeah, Gym Bedroom. That's what it was called. But no, it's not going to be anything too unusual as they just go on to the third floor. Also, 6-bit going to be coming out. Goyo for the Valkyrie. That's a little bit weird.
I would probably like to see the Goyu instead of I believe it was Legion they had.
Yeah.
Goyu instead of Legion, because Legion had his goo mines, but Goyu and Legion is cool.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have the Valkyrie rather than either Goyu or Legion.
Yeah.
More intel is better with gun skill rather than 10 HP or trying to get lucky with the Goyo shield.
That's true. Definitely. The only thing that Legion mines really do is definitely the 10 HP, like you were saying, but also just kind of creates a little bit of annoyance.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, I stepped on a Legion mine. Now I have to take a second to get it out of my foot.
Yeah.
But definitely the Valkyrie could be proven useful and was proven useful over for St. Clair. But now heading into their attacking phase, St. Clair, they have a whole entire new comp for themselves. Nomad is actually going to be one that's pretty brand new, at least here on this map.
Yeah, and so Nomad's going to be used like the gridlock just to cut off flanks.
True.
And basically it. That's all her utility does, I guess. A lot of people shoot it at people sitting in a corner, but it doesn't really do anything at that point. So I'd like to see a Nomad charge on red stairs, brown stairs, and white stairs. Those are the three I like to see because you can't have anybody go down or up. So
it's got to be William to do that, as the only real play that we actually saw out of this player was the ace come through 2 weeks ago. But other than that, he's just kind of been that entry fragger. He's been playing the Thermite a whole lot. They're going to be taking him off of this pick, as now he's going to be playing, of course, the Nomad. The charge is going to be going down onto red stairs, so I believe you said that was one of the sites that you wanted to see. But also, the ADS is just going to be trying to get canceled out right now. So many different grenades, or stun grenades as well, as flashbangs are going to be going into this site right now. But Soup grabs one onto impact. Agent actually grabs one. One player actually going to be going down onto, I believe that was red stairs. He tried to, he tried to rush that one up, but not able to do so. But now Thermite just going to be opening up this wall here on red stairs, just to try and gain a little bit more angles for this squad.
And weird C4 coming out, but Cade is also going to throw a C4, so that's 2 C4s gone.
Yeah.
And Cade stuck in maybe not anymore, but he was stuck in a sticky situation.
Yeah. Did not want to rotate if there was a player watching this room, Cigar Lounge, but no, he was able to get out of his scenario alive as he tries to hold this angle, and he was holding it, expecting a player to now peek it, but now Audacity finds one agent. And Rapid going to be picking up his own kill for himself, though, as he grabs it onto Soup, so the Cade is going to be down. William now still playing a very, very passive angle here on the roof, just trying to find whatever he can, as Exert ends up finding Rapid. Exert has been that almost kind of star player over here on Miami, as he's been grabbing just so many kills each and every round. But now it's Imagine and William. When does William actually want to get into this building? Because he's been playing this top floor, constantly trying to run to every single hatch, but he hasn't found anything just yet.
Yeah, and Imagine just going to leave the diffuser on red. So
yeah,
a little bit risky. But and the drop comes out by William, and pre-fire comes out by the Goyu, but he is with a DMR shotgun type, so he's not going to be able to get the pre-fire off right away. So there is going to be, I believe it's a Legion, standing underneath the hatch and holding an angle. Will Imagine see it? No, he will not, and gets picked off. It was Goyu. Gets picked off by the Goyu. Audacity picking up 2 at the end of the round.
Yeah, Audacity with a nice little double kill for himself. Just going to be holding one angle. You see one, and you see the second one going to be coming through, as Nomad was trying to not rush for the diffuser, but rush for any sort of kill that he could find, and Imagine just not looking the right way at the end of the day. Sometimes when you look right instead of left, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, and it's so hard once you go through that door to check every single angle, because there's a wall that you can be peeked from in Piano. There's a door that you can be peeked from in Freezer. There's a door you can be peeked from in Cocktail. And there could be sitting somewhere, someone sitting like Goyu on the new hatch balcony.
Right.
So it's just, there's so many different angles that you have to peek.
I also like how they are going to be going on to reading Fireplace here in this round, because they want to try and take off the one site and then go on to a more comfortable site, which being Kitchen, and then go back onto the third floor to try and close out this game. I like this strat.
Yeah, and so again, the castle. So castles played a lot on this map.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they have a castle strat for the Kitchen.
Yeah.
But if they have a castle strat for reading, I'm guessing they have a castle strat for Kitchen.
Right. They want to try and take off the one side that they're not really most comfortable on, and then just try to continue that momentum. However, if St. Clair can actually win this, then they will keep the score very close. They did that all last season, from what I remember, or you guys did, and they're going to try and repeat that same pattern.
Yeah, and so they're going to be roaming third floor.
Right.
And this is a very, very... just misses the drone, so Mazi's just going to shoot it, pick up his pest, and walk away in despair.
Unfortunate.
So, with a roam upstairs, it's going to be a little bit more hard to push this site, because you can't just take the site. Now you got to clear upstairs, make sure no one's going to flank from downstairs, and it's just going to slow them down a little bit more than they want to, especially with the mute. You're not going to be able to mute out certain spots.
The mute Mozzie combo coming out. I know that we see that a whole lot on different maps as well. The castle, like you were saying, is very huge prioritization. So just a huge defensive hold coming through from Miami. Not really playing anything too aggressive, and just playing full defensive. I like this.
Yeah, and they're going to have 2 shotguns and 2 SMG 11s on the side of Mutant Smoke.
Yeah.
So that's a very, very powerful setup for rotates, and then the SMG does a lot of damage when shooting with a very, very fast fire rate, but you have to know how to control that recoil, or you're just going to potato and die.
Exactly. You can see that a whole lot of SOP breaches are getting destroyed because, like you said, of the shotguns coming out for the side of St. Clair, or on the side of Miami. You said Miami, right?
Yeah.
Miami had the shotguns and the SMGs. St. Clair just gonna be running the buck just to try and travel as a whole entire squad. Currently inside of Cigar now is Imagine, just looking over at these white stairs. Is he gonna be able to find a
high pixel peak?
Right.
It's actually a great angle to hold, because now they can't rotate up the stairs, and there's going to be a mute, I believe it is, just waiting to go up. But it is going to be smoked off, so he's just going to enter in a... maybe not. He was going to enter in the bathroom.
If he held that angle, I feel like for like 1 second longer, maybe he would have gotten a pick, but that's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
you see it sometimes.
I seen a video. It was like hold an angle for 5 minutes, but never look away, or you're going to lose your kill.
Exactly.
Once you look away, they always peek.
Exactly. But now just so much, or not so much damage, but a little bit of distracting damage going to be going across as William does spot out this one player. So a lot of roaming coming down from Miami, now being transferred up to that third floor as Audacity is behind this barricade. A couple of shots going to be going over towards St. Clair as the player didn't really take too much damage. Now Imagine looking for a rotational spot for himself, but just going to be distracting the enemy team, or just a little bit of disruption noise going to be going across here into White Corridor. You do see the charge come out as Exert does pick up Imagine as well. Lulu picking up one more kill off of our sights, but Rapid now 2v4 scenario, able to turn that into a 2v4 initially, but looking into this room as well. Cocktail Balcony is going to be looking inside. Rapid just looking for that one more player. Doesn't know that there is a player around this area, but doesn't exactly know that he's behind this barricade.
I do think he...
Oh, he's down.
Yeah, he's down.
Oh, okay, never mind. Just kidding. My whole point is just scrapped. Maybe pick him up. Oh,
What?
no, not yet. Not yet. Just playing cat and mouse with the player as he's just going to slowly let him bleed out as now Rapid has to get onto the site itself. Half HP on Zofia, able to grab one here. Exert able to go down as well. The triple kill going to be going across for Rapid as he needs to get onto the site and now plant the diffuser. He's able to grab the 4K for himself, but he did not have the diffuser. That's so unfortunate, dude. You grab a 4K for yourself and you're not able to finish it off.
Yeah, one player left for the ace and for the round win.
Man.
It hurts.
Yeah. Look at him, 12-4. He's just flexing. That's it. He's playing a really nice game on Cafe.
Yeah, Cafe is his map, especially with Zofia being able to frag out. Well, Zofia and Smoke.
Yeah.
Being able to frag out like he can.
So it's definitely very useful. Zofia was able to grab the one, I believe it was the Jaeger. Exert was down, and he had no time, so he couldn't really finish off that last kill, but he was still able to do so. But now they are going to be holding into kitchen, so this is what we predicted earlier, is that they cannot go back up to the third floor because they already won that 2 rounds ago. So they had to go into... I believe that was... What was that room called? Reading. That's what it was. And now they're going to go down into kitchen.
Yeah, so again, like I said, the castle in the kitchen, probably going to be Ho, maybe not. There's usually a rotate hole there.
Yeah.
And if he castles off this door, there's not going to be a rotate hole. So it's going to be harder to get, I mean, obviously, but it's going to be harder for them to actually enter into bakery, and it cuts off the rotate.
Yeah.
So they're not going to have to worry about being picked off from new bakery. So they can just enter into bakery, take bakery, and then basically play out the round.
Right. We can see the other different castle walls that are going to be going up in the room. Like you said, that rotational hold is usually blown up, but it isn't going to be held really by anyone. They want to play a full-on defensive round is what they're basically saying by doing that. But it's Miami, they've got 2 rounds under their belt, and they end up getting the W here and then going home for a 2-0 week. Or St. Clair, they try and pull what they pulled initially on defense and just try and pick up any sort of scrap rounds that they can in order to come back in this game.
Yeah, and again, Cafe, just a very, very top-down push.
Yep.
And clear out 3rd floor, clear out 2nd floor, then you can take 1st floor. Unless you're just going for a bakery push, then you can just kind of take bakery and push right on into site, but sometimes you don't want to do that.
Right. There was a Mozzie that was also spotted out, or at least there was a Mozzie drone over there on red stairs, so William immediately getting out of that scenario. But Rapid now gets the go-ahead, as well as Imagine, to now drop down. There also was the player from Miami that was hiding inside a bathroom initially, ran out, and then now is running back into the 1st floor. So Rapid trying to find that new angle for himself. Just hold this one out, just try and predict where this opponent is. They have no idea that he's on 1st floor, though.
No, so he rotated all the way back down, safe and sound. Wasted a little bit of time because now they have to drone him out, but now I hear thermite charge going off.
Yep.
So they are going to open up this hatch with the thermite charge.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's wrong. You should not.
If it was reinforced, maybe it was better, but I don't think it was reinforced. It shouldn't have been.
No, so they are going to be just using that as a quick rotate onto the 2nd floor. However, William just says, screw that, I'm going to go down onto white stairs. Just going to be droning this one out for the time being, as no one is taking damage yet, and there's still a minute left.
Yeah, and it looks to be like this is going to be Nitro coming out, and does not get any damage done. And so going down to the final minute of play, it's going to be a big frag fest at the end, so there's going to be a lot of kills coming out.
Usually what you like to see from the attacking team with 1 minute left is for them to actually be on that 2nd floor and hopefully now making their way down onto the 1st floor, and you can see Impact doing that initially, as there is a player in the room right beside here, inside of, I guess it's closet, janitor, whatever. VIP. There you go. But you could make the initial frag onto here if Imagine wants to turn around. Not able to do so. The double kill going to be going across, as it was a down but not out player, and there was just so much that happened there. It's now going to be a 3v2 scenario, is all you guys need to know at home. But there was just so many kills to go down there in VIP. Rapid now making his way into the kitchen, looking for any sort of frag. Not able to find it, as he did have the correct angle, but weren't able to grab the headshot at Exert as well, with the kill onto Imagine to finish off that round.
Yeah, and beautiful shot from Rapid, getting that nitro cell just to try and stay alive a little bit longer, but not able to win his gunfight in the end and going down. So Miami on match point now.
There you go. This could either be a tie for St. Clair, or like, I guess a double tie? Not a double tie, sorry. It would be like
a win tie.
Yeah, a win tie.
So Miami basically comes out, I believe it's 2 points for a win and a tie.
Yeah.
And then 3 points for a win-win. 1 point, or 0 points for lose-lose? I don't know. There's a lot of points.
Kind of sucks you don't even net them a little bit of a 0.5. That'd be nice for a loss, like a participation trophy.
I always hated that.
Yeah, me too. And a lot of times, the teams that did get the participation trophies would always shove it in your face that their trophy looked better than the first place trophy. That was my experience with it. I don't know what your guys was. But anyways, we're heading into match point.
So, again, the castle. I love seeing the castle, especially next season because he is getting that super shorty. So he's getting a secondary shotgun. So he's going to be able to run his bulletproof instead of impacts for rotates.
Right.
So he's going to be a lot stronger next season.
Right. So we'll see that come through next season. I'm so excited for next season.
Yeah.
As the different operators look so awesome. I know that we all made the meme of the Kool-Aid Man with his name is Onyx.
Yes.
Cool.
Oryx.
I got so close there. I sound like a noob still, but it's fine.
I didn't even know. I don't play TTS.
There we go.
Valkyrie Cam gonna go outside of piano window, but I want to see that IQ pick it up. And 2 drones at spawn, so that's good. They're not 3 drones at spawn, so they're not wasting their drones.
There we go.
So that's an extra 3 drones that they're gonna have. So a total of 8 so far, and there might be more. But IQ spawning on the opposite side from that Valkyrie Cam.
All of these different repels are going to be going down onto the roof itself as 2 breach charges come out from IQ, and you want to see a little bit more from the IQ. I do as well, as she has her utility hasn't really been used all that much, but the Buck is just going to be able to open up these 2 hatches for the time being as well. Impact just wanting to scout out here onto both of these windows. Piano room is definitely one of those that needs to be scouted out, as the mute charge is going to be just in the corner of the room. Can she grab the handle of it? Not right now, as she actually gets dropped very, very low. She needs to get out of that scenario alive.
Yeah, and the castle barricade on this wall kind of hinders the... and a nade going to come out from this Jaeger. Jaeger jumps out and gets the kill onto Rapid, so not being able... they're going to be able to get the wall open,
right?
But not going to be able to have Rapid as that fragger to enter through Piano. So Jaeger going to rotate right back up to Piano and go back to his spot.
Miami on full HP with all 5 members. St. Clair with 4, and Impact is on very low HP. Nitrocell has already gone off from the Valkyrie, but now we see Lulu holding this very, very tight angle. This is, it always blows my mind how some of these players can just look through these small corridors and just grab kills, just like this. Soup just grabs a double kill for himself, who knows exactly when to actually peek himself. There is one more player on red as well, as holding that hatch right above. Impact able to grab the headshot now with the full-on aggression going to be coming through. Audacity now makes it so that St. Clair is in a 4v2 scenario. Imagine still on full HP, William on full HP. The duo from William Imagine has seemed to be not successful too much, and that's going to be it. Imagine ends up going down. Audacity grabs that last headshot, and that's going to be GG. St. Clair Saints losing 2-0 to Miami University.
Yeah, and they did look very, very solid at the halfway point of this game.
Yeah.
They turned it around a little bit, picked up a couple rounds, and then again fell off in the end. It looked like they got really, really tired on both maps. They lost, I believe, 7-3 or 7-4 on the first map, and then 7-3 on this map. So in the end, they have to work on their long game.
Yeah. The drone game was a big one in game number 1 that they had to fix up, and I feel like right when it was a little bit too late. Right on Cafe, right on the last round, you were touching on it, how they were able to save 3 drones, but it didn't really do anything at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? It scattered out a little bit of information, but that was kind of it. So a nice 2 maps that we ended up seeing tonight.
Yeah.
As well as a lot of potential from the St. Clair squad. As I say every single week, it looks like this squad gets just even better as we go on, and I feel like we can see something brand new next week.
Yeah, and practices coming out every day, so every day they get stronger and stronger. So we'll see how well. I believe their next team's Friday.
Yeah. Right. So we get to see that the St. Clair Saints once again. We don't know who they're playing, but it will be, I believe, at 9 or 9:30. 9. Cool. EST. So if you guys want to come out and watch that one, it could be a huge, huge party over here on Saints Gaming CEA as well. We do have a couple of games throughout the week. If you do want to watch Rocket League as well as CSGO, Overwatch, and League of Legends, we're not too sure. They're not really scheduled just yet, but Saturday there's a whole lot of games. So if you guys want to come and you guys aren't really doing anything Saturday, then definitely come over Saints Gaming CEA starting at 3 o'clock. But from the casting desk, Hyper as well as the saved one, we've been your casters for tonight. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys another night.